right, gun people. Gun people. Gun people. I'm doing that for the closed caption because they never can get it right. Hey, gun people. All right. Berkeley. That's what we called it in California. Berkeley is a liberal left-wing shithole that there's one park up there. I think it's called Freedom Park. I was working a case once, and one of my snitches told me that the guy I was looking for was hanging out there. So I cruised up there one day, and I'm just sitting there in my undercover car, undercover. If I saw him, I was going to arrest him. He had a felony warrant. I was trying to find him everywhere, and when they told me he was there, and I believed the guy, I went up there and sat for a couple hours and watched all the weirdos in this park. It was just freaking, I mean, this is hippy-dippy, you and me, hug a tree, all this crap, and they were all, you know, pretty much wearing tie-dye. It looked like that, what's that damn group that everybody follows around, the Grateful Dead. It looked like a damn Grateful Dead conference, or concert. Anyway, so I'm sitting out there, but I never found the guy. But when I got back, people were like, dude, you went to Freedom Park alone? Are you crazy? That is like, if they'd have knew you were a cop, they would have turned your car over and killed you. I was like, well, if I'd have saw my guy, they'd have known I was a cop because I'd have jumped out and snagged his ass. But, oh well. I didn't. All I did was watch him and leave, and people call me crazy for going there. But anyway, Berkeley is what we call it. Very accepting, tolerant. Many bathrooms for many choices, and lots of quota hires, and lots of, you know, not hiring for competent, but hiring because of, you know, because you're confused on what bathroom. Anyway, so let's take a look at the shooting here.
Thursday, July 30th at 9:18 p.m., and during which an officer fired her weapon while trying to detain 3 suspects who'd just stolen merchandise from the CVS store at 1451 Shattuck Avenue.
So let me explain the difference between shoplifting and burglary and robbery. Shoplifting is when you steal something, okay? You don't use force, you don't take it from any person, you go in there, you hide it, and you leave. Burglary is when you enter a store with the intent to commit a theft, which is shoplifting. Shoplifting falls under the theft category. If you enter a building with the intent to commit any felony or theft, now it becomes burglary because you're entering a structure to commit a crime. So, the way we used to prove that is if somebody went in there and we caught them for shoplifting, they didn't have any money, they didn't have any credit cards, and there was no way for them to pay for it, obviously they entered the store and they stole. Now, the defense attorneys would always argue, well, you can't argue for a state of mind. How do you know he didn't go in there to look around, and then once he got in, he decided to steal? Therefore, he did not enter with the intent to steal. He only stole after he was in there, when he decided after he was there, not before he was there. So that would be the argument in the games they would play, but we would still charge burglary. It was a felony because we knew if you go in a store with no freaking money and then you walk out with $20, $30 and 14 different items of crap that you stole, it's burglary. But, so, and now robbery is a higher felony because it's considered more violent and more likely to escalate. Shoplifting, you're not confronting everybody, you do it in secret, and the odds of it going violent is less, therefore it's a lower level of crime. Burglary, when you enter with the intent to steal, is a higher level of crime because you go in there knowing that you might get caught and you could, you're going to commit a crime, and if somebody tries to stop you, you're likely going to fight, etc. So it's a little bit higher. Robbery is the taking of property from someone's persons or presence through the use of force, fear, or violence. So when you start fighting and pulling and pushing and trying to get away, that becomes robbery. So if you commit shoplifting and a store detective stops you and says, hey, I need you to come back in the store, and then you try to run with the property and he grabs you and tries to stop you, because he's the agent of the store, you are now committing robbery because you're taking the property with violence, force, and fear. You're pulling. You're using force to get away. Now it becomes robbery. Higher level of felony. Robbery, because it's a violent felony, you have to use force, fear to commit that crime. Deadly force is authorized in certain cases. Like I said, the law is clear as mud. But anyway, I wanted to explain that so you understand when I use these terms here in a minute.
This incident began when suspects were confronted by staff in the CVS parking lot. An officer hearing the disturbance from the curb at the nearby Safeway called for cover and drove over to the CVS lot where she engaged the
Yeah, there's the CVS. Yeah, there's the officer. She doesn't know how to get to the place. Oh, how do I get there? Oh, let me go over here. I'll just drive around. I'm lost. I don't know. Okay, I found it. Yay! Yay, she found it.
Can I get for code 1 to the CVS on Shattuck? Got a theft in progress.
Confirming this is a 1451 Shattuck. 2 advice.
2, affirm.
Copy that. Adam 1 and Adam 4. 1451 Shattuck.
Okay.
4 en route.
127 en route.
Okay, so we got them dispatched to a theft. Man, to dispatch 3 officers to a theft. They must have a lot of cops. A lot of government. We need a lot of government. Berkeley is big government. Big liberals. Gotta have a lot of government. Look at all these cops going to freaking theft. I mean, shit, usually if you've got a theft, it'd be like pending for an hour. Okay, we got other high priority calls. We'll just let that pin for an hour. Anyway.
127 check.
Adam 3, Snack this is.
Okay, the 127 check, that kind of means I copy. If somebody's saying something on the radio, cops will use that lingo sometime. Hey man, meet me over at the donut shop. Check. That means yeah, I'll see you there. So check means okay.
Show me around.
Copy.
Adam 2, challenging 3.
Challenging 3.
Okay, so she puts out on the radio challenging 3, meaning normally you got 3 at gunpoint, or you got 3 detained, or you're stopping 3 people. Okay, actually I think there's 4, but maybe there's only 3. I don't know.
Shots fired, vehicles fleeing.
So 44 seconds after challenging 3, we got shots fired, vehicles fleeing. Now, when you put out something like that, the cops don't know if you got shot, they got shot, is somebody hurt, was this commission of a robbery, did they shoot the gun to try to get away? They don't put anything. Cops nowadays just shots fired. A better call would be shots fired, I shot at the suspect, he's fleeing in a vehicle, blah blah. I didn't see any guns, and they're not armed. Cops don't want to say that because it goes against them later when they want to claim I was in fear of my life. But that would be a better statement so the cops know what they're going to. But believe me, most cops ain't going to do that. Okay, security camera. Here's one fine citizen. I'm surprised they didn't make people say Black Lives Matter before they ran out. 2, 3, 4. Oh, the 4th guy must be the security. Okay. I saw 4 run out and I thought there was 4. Nope. Another guy ran out. Okay. Witness. All right, here we go. Okay, so here's where it goes from theft or shoplifting or burglary straight up to robbery. This guy is saying you can't take the property. He's trying to hold it, and they're yanking and pulling. Now we have a struggle. The suspect is using force by pulling to take this property from the person of this person. Now we have robbery. Now, a lot of DAs, especially in liberal Berkeley, I don't know if they're in Alameda County or not, but most of your liberal DAs would not charge us as a robbery, saying, well, although he pulled it, you know, it's not like he pulled a weapon or he punched the guy and beat the guy up. He was just trying to get away. So they wouldn't charge robbery. Now, they would get charged robbery because it'd be a felony. They keep him in jail, it'd raise his bond, and it would make him arrested for a felony. But everybody knows that it's going to be pled to some, hey, if you plead to petty theft and you agree not to do it again and you agree not to go to this store anymore, we'll let you go with, you know, time served. So, whatever. Okay, so now the cops are coming after he pulls up his pants, because that's always important. When you're planning on running, you got to pull those britches up. Otherwise, you know, you can't run. So get the pants ready so I can run. Holy shit, let me get in the car. Wait, I got to close the trunk. Holy shit. Get in the car. We're going to get the hell out of here. The keys are in the trunk, dude. That could be a problem. Okay? Rick, maybe he didn't run because he's really a good guy, and he was just stealing food, and he was hungry, and it's Trump's fault, and you know, he wasn't going to run. He just wanted to turn the air conditioner on because shut up, you freaking idiots.
Let me see your hand now.
No, I'm not.
Let me see your hand now.
Not doing nothing.
Not doing nothing. Hands up, don't shoot. I must be innocent. Oh, the officer right then should have just put her gun away, got in her car, and left. I mean, because police should believe everybody they contact. And especially if they raise their hands, that means they're going to cooperate, right? Well, that's because you're an idiot.
Oh, I'm not.
Get back over here now.
Excuse me.
Okay, his hands have gone up 2 or 3 times. This fine specimen of a female officer doesn't have control of the scene. She's letting him dictate. He's doing whatever the hell he wants. She allows this to escalate because she doesn't take control. She walks out in the open, so she can't claim fear because she could have stayed behind her car and did a felony stop and kept him at gunpoint till officer got there. But she walks out, wanders with her badge and her Superman and Wonder Woman golden lasso in her back here, and she's going to stand out in the open and play hero cop. And then she ends up shooting.
Oh.
Get back over here now.
I was trying to get my.
Get over here.
So she's screaming. She got her gun in a gangster. Really obviously out of control. This guy knows she's not going to do nothing. Who thinks this guy is worried about this woman? But Rick, she has a gun. Who thinks this guy is worried about this woman with a gun? Come on, people. This guy don't care about her. She allows him to get his keys, get back in the car, start it up, and drive away, and then end up shooting at the car.
I was trying to get my key.
You notice the guy ain't armed, and she don't put her gun away and go hands on. Rick, male officers would have put a gun away and went hands on. Well, some male officers would have if they weren't drinking their soy milk and wearing their pink panties. But in Berkeley, I'm thinking most of the guy officers probably wouldn't went hands on either.
Get in the car.
Get in?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Are you kidding me? The guy just grabbed his keys. He's uncooperative. He's not listening to commands. He just committed robbery. And you tell him to get in the car. Are you freaking kidding me? Rick, why are you always picking on women? People, I don't care what bathroom she uses. That was an ignorant move. You've got multiple suspects. He's already out. You've got his hands up. You could have, when he's got his hands up, you're observing the waistband. I mean, nobody does felony stops anymore. I don't understand what the hell's going on. You get a guy, you get his hands up, you make him spin around, you check his waistband, you put him on his knees, you prone him out, he goes on the ground. If you have to, you grab his hand, you throw him on the ground. I just don't get it. Now, going hands-on with 3 people, maybe not a good idea because the other 2 will come out and either hit you in the head, etc. But, look, stay at your car, give him the commands. If he doesn't give out, get a good description and follow him. Ram him. Block him. There's other things to do than stand out in the open with your big gun belt and your badge and your police shirt and your nice floppy fuzzy hair that they can grab onto if you get close enough. Maybe you could do something more than stand out there and make yourself a target. But Rick, she's brave and empowered and okay, whatever. Freaking idiots. Yeah, I'll just have you get back in the car. You don't listen. You committed a robbery. You just grabbed your keys. Who could predict? Ray freaking Charles saw this coming. You tell a guy to get in the car, and the guy's so shocked that he's like, did this cop just tell me to get in the car? Is she freaking crazy? I gotta confirm it. Are you sure you want me to get in the car? Yes, get in the car. Why didn't she just say, get in the car, start it, and drive off? I want to shoot at you. I mean, it's just freaking crazy. Well, let's see. He wasn't listening to you when he was out of the car. You went and let him grab his keys. Now you had him get back in the car with the keys. Now suddenly you think he's going to listen when you tell him to put the keys on the car. Really?
Put the keys on top of the car. Put them on top, okay?
See, Rick? She was right. She made him listen. Yeah, that's because you're an idiot.
Keep your hands right.
He put someone else's keys on there. He's going to start the car, you freaking dummy. Look at this woman. Totally, I don't know what to do. I'll just stand around and walk backwards and yell at him, because that always works. I'll just wait for the male officers to come and take care of this. Man. Promoted to lieutenant for this.
Excuse me.
Stay in the car.
Okay, for those that didn't know, when the car starts up, we call that a clue.
Stay in the car.
Look at her. She's standing there like, damn, that sounds like a car starting up. I wonder why. Maybe he just wants to listen to the radio.
Turn the car off.
Excuse me.
Turn the car off now. Turn the car off now. Turn the car off. Turn the car off.
So the guy puts his hands up and says, I didn't do nothing. Lie. She tells him not to move. He grabs the keys. Lie. He says he puts the keys on top of the car. Lie. And now she tells him to turn the car off and he's driving around saying, I'm trying to. Rick, why are you trying to make that guy look like a liar? He's a great citizen and this mean policeman is just being mean to... Okay.
Okay. Turn the car off now. What are you doing? Turn the car off.
You're not coming out for me. I can't do it. Turn it off.
Okay. So she starts shooting at the guy. Remember, deadly force is authorized when you're in fear of your life or the fear of others. What's she going to say? I was fearful of the people in the car's lives because this guy was kidnapping them. So I shot him. I think either she shot at the tire or she gets the freaking award for the worst freaking shooting, which is pretty tough because the cops miss a lot. And she's not even anywhere near the driver. So I don't know if she's shooting at the driver. They'll show a different view.
Now. What are you doing? Turn the car off.
So again, this will be the claim. I move in front of the car so I can say I'm in fear of my life instead of moving away to safety. If you as a pesky citizen jumped in front of a cop car that was driving by and it ran you over and you tried to sue them, they'd say like, you're an idiot. You jumped in front of the car. It's not his fault. But when cops jump in front of cars and kill people, it's like they were in fear of their life. They had to. They were doing their job. It's a tough job, Rick. Very dangerous. Okay.
For me, I can't do it. Turn it off.
Oh my God. And I'll watch the car drive off in the sunset after I shoot at it. I won't get in my car. I won't give chase. I'll just stand around because I shot my gun and I'll wait for somebody to come here and tell me what to do because I just showed up to yell and shoot my gun. What the hell? See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.
Get in? Yes. Are you sure?
This dude kills me. Get in the car. Let me get this straight. I just robbed a place and I just got my key so I can start it and now you want me to get in the car? Are you sure? What the?
Put the keys on top of the car. Put them on top, okay? Keep your hands where I can see it.
I think they said this is the first shooting.
Excuse me.
Stay in the car. Turn the car off. Turn the car off now. Turn the car off now. Turn the car off. Turn the car off now. Okay, turn the car off now. What are you doing? Turn the car off.
I can't do it. Turn it off.
Okay, so is she shooting at him or is she shooting at the tire? If she's shooting at him, she's a really bad shot. If she's shooting at the tire, we can't use deadly force on non-threats. The tire rolling away. But Rick, she didn't want to shoot him and she shot the tire. Then change the law. The law says you can only shoot your gun if it's deadly force. You can't fire warning shots, and you can't shoot at tires. You can't shoot at vehicles. You can't shoot at weapons, and you can't shoot at pinky toes. You shoot at the suspect that is freaking the threat. That's it. You can only shoot to protect your life or the life of others. You can't shoot a tire. So either she violated the law by shooting and policy by shooting at the tire, or she was shooting at him in a very bad shot.
Two shots fired, vehicles fleeing.
Wow. Wonderful. Yay, Rick, see? She's just as good as every and we need to have more, and that's good that she did such a great job and nobody died. And well, yeah, that's because you don't have your property stolen, and you're not out your money, and you're not paying higher insurance rates, and you don't have to go through all the hassles of going to court for the next 2 years so this guy can get probation. Yeah, it's really great. It's wonderful. What did that say? Owens was previously arrested, suspicion of driving without a license. Shocking. And petty theft. Oh, so he had another theft. In California, a petty theft with a prior makes your next theft a felony. Later, driving charge was dismissed after pleading guilty to the theft. Oh, see, he played a fine, he paid that, and the theft got dismissed. Oh, that's wonderful. That's why we have criminals with 14-page rap sheets. It's still out there running around victimizing people. Anyway, hey, you can blame it on me. This is my fault. This was a great job, and I'm just hating on the cops. And, I just hate cops. This was a great job. All right, we'll end that there.